Tom from Tom and Jerry. Fumbling your first baddie is a canon event. It's simply something that has to happen. I know guys who have fumbled once and then just never stopped fumbling. Their chubby butterfingers are just letting everything slip through. The baddies, the dobbies. It's like they're trying to pick up water, but not using a bucket, using a net. And I know guys who got their heart broke one time and turned into straight demons, moving like they ate one of Van's dreads, and now the spirit of the old block demon is whispering in their ears to reap some souls like Ichigo. You have to fumble at least the one time to activate the dog in you. Every puppy gotta learn how to bark. If you never learn how to bark, then you're never gonna get no Scooby snacks. Your boy Tom wasn't just a cat, he was a pussy, cause he never learned how to bark. The episode Blue Cat Blues starts with Tom sucking the soul out of Jerry, slurping him in and spitting him out of that straw. Just living his best life with his bro, enjoying the moment and doing all the things that we all do. But then a thick, hip, skin slick, milk of magnesia, premium, deluxe, pro max, Nintendo DS Lite Snow Kitty walks on by. And just like every black American athlete ever, this Snow Kitty had my boy Tom acting a fool. You can smell the heartbreak from here. I don't know what kind of pheromones that kitty was letting off, but my boy Tom was following her like a magnet. Now I don't know if physical touch is Tom's love language or if he's just never felt the touch of a baddie, but what I do know is that he was blinded by the yams and blinded by love. If he couldn't see that her playing with his face like this was her playing in his face. Now you know he's in love when he's pushing her over the swing with a smile like that on his face. I don't think he's ever been this happy, but this was the happiest he was ever gonna be, because it was all downhill from here. He swung his girl up high in the sky and the rich cat spotted her, and now you know he was rich because he was puffing them cigars and blowing the smoke in dollar signs. That must remind you of the most iconic clip of all time from my boy Tom.
Hey, look how cool this nigga Tom is, though. This nigga game is so cold. Look, boom, bam, throw the little small boot on the counter. Boom, pop the hat. What's up? Let me gonna smoke this seed. Pop, roll it in one hand. Flip it, leave it open. Let the mouse lick it. Come here, bitch. Yeah. And boom, throw it in the air. Pop it with the fire. Bow! Yeah. One pull, nigga. That motherfucker gone. I'm done with it. What's that? Howdy, bitch.
But this was far into the future when my boy learned from his mistakes. But for right now, the boy is a neek. But the rich cat isn't. He immediately picks up Tom's girl and gets physical. He didn't waste any time taking extra touches, trying to do some skills, beat his man and run back. No, he's a direct player. He took the shot on his first touch. Tom was playing with his food and now it just got swiped. The rich cat is metaphorically resting his balls on Tom's chin right now, and there's nothing he can do about it. But he'll try. Sadly, he will try. He brings her a gift, a cute little perfume. I think he got it in Zara, £20 with 20% off if you remember. But that rich cat, his name is Butch, he bought her a lifetime supply of Dior Sauvage. And now the gaps in these two cats' tax bracket is really beginning to show. Tom clearly has no real brothers about him, because everybody knows if she has more than 3 countries in her Instagram highlights, then you really need to look at the financial situation of your club before you approach the player. That's like chapter 1 in the holy book. Don't go broke trying to impress a girl, and if you just learned that from me, then you're probably already cooked. Just give me an hour and your girl will be mine. But Tom gathered every last penny in his account and dug into his savings to buy this ungrateful kitten a ring. And I'm not gonna lie, if this little bit of sand on the band is all he can afford, then women are the last of his concerns. Perfect. Then she shows bro how the upper echelon are living, and she pulls out the diamond that Shadow's been beefing Sonic to the death for years. And it's really game over, cause Tom think now she has a ring and it ain't from you. You're chasing after a fiance who left you for your rich neighbor. Save us the pain and the pity and hit the booth or something. Write an R&B song. You always have to see the silver lining. To me, I see the beginning of a very promising music career. You can be R. Kitty.
What?
Nah, maybe not.
Oh my god, bro.
But nah, he had the genius idea of buying her a car. And this stupid fool, this tuna munching feline, I was trying to be racist there, but it's kind of hard to be racist to a cat. But this feline signs a deal with the devil. 312 monthly payments. That's 26 years on finance. 112% interest rate. An arm and a leg. Plus 20 years of literal slavery. This is not what the ancestors died for. Kunta Kinte is looking down from somewhere, just preying on Tom's downfall. What kind of treachery is this? Tom and Jerry this show is too funny. The car was shaking and shivering more than Joe Biden when he's off his meds. I know it couldn't have been more than £300, but before his kitty crush could even see it, he got ran over by Butch's 1982 Cadillac sexy limousine. I didn't even know what this was called. And I don't even know how this aired on kids TV, but he turned into a drunk. He was addicted to the milk like Homelander. He would find a way to get to it by any means, clutching that cup like Dave Blunt's. He can't put it down. The milk had him faded. And when he was passed out on the street, a car ran over a puddle and soaked him with rainwater when he was at his lowest. And the worst part is, it was his old girl in a just married car. Oh Lord. Just curb stomp me. Chinese drip torture me. Do something, bro. I feel Tom's pain. Despite putting the short straw like 10 straws ago, he finally decided that was the last one. He took a leaf out of Bruno Mars's book and threw his head in front of the train. But as per usual, Jerry was getting a bit too cocky, kissing a picture of his girl whilst my boy Tom is down. But that bloody black bastard didn't realise that it was never his girl, it was just his turn. So old boy found himself right next to Tom, just waiting for a train to take them to Snow Bunny Heaven. Shikamaru. From the moment Shikamaru laid down on that grass and said that he wishes he could just be a cloud floating around in the sky, not going to work, not paying no taxes, just floating around like Jack's girl when she refused to move a little bit over to the left, I knew he'd be one of my favourite characters. I've said it a million times in this channel, but I've always related to the lazy, carefree characters. I always want to win and I want to be ahead of my peers, always. However, I want to do it in the easiest way possible. But even then, my main priority is never winning. It's always just to have fun. And there's nothing funner to me than absolutely nothing. So when I saw my goat, my idol, my twin, break down and ugly cry like that, I couldn't do nothing else but cry with him, man. Real men cried at this scene. I don't want to hear otherwise. Main characters in anime never have dads. If you have a dad, then he needs to either die before the next season starts or cross continents in a long, tiresome search for the milk, bruv. But Shikamaru ain't the main character, so he has a dad. His dad is a genius. But I don't know whose hairline's worse, his or Vegeta's. I honestly don't know. But in Naruto, most of the characters basically have two dads. Because your sensei is basically a father figure, and Asuma sensei was more than just a father figure and a sensei to Shikamaru. He was gang. That was literally bro. That was his evil twin right there. But not evil, more like his holy twin right there. They used to play shogi, which is checkers pro max, together all the time. And Asuma realized that Shikamaru was a 12-year-old receding hairline genius. And the two became the closest teacher-student bond in the main cast. Shikamaru even calls him by his first name, which is unusual practice. Shikamaru is a strategist. He handles everything with strategy and logic, even his emotions. He's been tested before with almost losing all of his friends and almost resigning as a shinobi completely, but Hidan was on a mission. He was basically Fleece Johnson, because his main mission was to strip away the very last bit of innocence any man still had to them. Asuma and the others had to fight Kakuzu and Hidan, but not knowing their abilities and fighting them just resulted in a straight up spanking. They had their trousers pulled down. Kakuzu was hitting the boy Asuma with Tekken Street Fighter moves. He even got weirdly creative and hit him with the same double knee drop that Robin used when he was bloodlusted. And sadly, Hidan has a lust for blood more insatiable than Machine Gun Kelly's. That weirdo vampire claims to pray to some deity, but I really think he prays to the producers of The Boys, cause they all just some freaky guys. Shikamaru was out of chakra and Asuma was out of options. He got rolled in a hidden leaf pack. GG's. Shikamaru had been growing and getting better at his job, but ultimately his intelligence, his strategy, his intellect, his planning couldn't save his greatest friend. He was forced to witness and feel once again his power powerlessness while holding his dying friend in his arms, who entrusts his will unto him, the will of fire, the will to protect the next generation and also to protect his unborn daughter. Nah, Naruto is too good. Naruto is too good. Shikamaru is usually calm, collected, and the one who cools the chaos around him. So in natural response, he tries to manage and delegate his emotions, but his father is a seasoned vet at this. He knows what his kid's going through and he knows his kid. He outright tells him that Asuma is dead in a pack. And I don't know if I can play this whole scene for you guys, but just know that this is one of the best scenes in the entire series. The sound effects, the crickets, the music, the emotions when he tells him to let it all out.
Asuma is dead. Let it out, boy.
I know I put a few more people in the thumbnails and I will discuss them, but that will be in part 2, which is next week. I really want that to be next week's video because I actually really enjoyed making this one. You guys know I love talking about this stuff. The Tom and Jerry breakdown, yeah, I mean, they didn't have to kill themselves over some woman. I mean, they're literally a cat and a mouse. They have a combined life expectancy of like 10 years. What's the rush? But I get why they had a mental breakdown. Man, I hope Tom learned his lesson to get his money up and not his funny up. It's 2025, you can't still be the nice guy. And Shikamaru, I don't think there's a breakdown more reasonable in fiction. But if you can think of one, then let me know in the comment section down below. I will be replying to every single comment like I do on all my videos, guys. Building a community, we're nearly at 4K subs. Send this to your guys so we can reach 4K subs quickly. Make sure you like this video, make sure you share this video. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe for now. I will see you guys next week for part 2. If you have any suggestions or anything that you want to see, any character analysis, any random little topics, anything like that, let me know in the comments down below, like I said, and I'll be making those videos too. But for now, you know what it is. Peace and love.